In this video, we will look at how to calculate the center of mass of an ammonia molecule, such as shown here. In the ammonia molecule shown below, 3 hydrogen atoms, 1, 2, 3, form an equilateral triangle. So that is this triangle right there, with the center of the triangle at distance d 9.4 times 10 to the power minus 11 meter from each hydrogen atom. So the center of that triangle is right there, represented by a dot. And as you can see, d is the distance from that center to the hydrogen atom, and the same distance goes to the other hydrogen atoms, d and d respectively. The nitrogen atom, represented by this capital N, is at the apex of a pyramid with 3 hydrogen atoms forming the base. So this is the base of that pyramid. The nitrogen to hydrogen atomic mass ratio is about 14. That means the mass of the hydrogen atom over the mass of the nitrogen atom is about 14. The distance between the nitrogen atom to hydrogen atom, L, is given by 10.1 times 10 to the power minus 11 meters. So that is that distance, and that distance. Find the x and y coordinates of the molecule's center of mass. Now, we have constructed the coordinate system, so that is the x-axis, and that is the y-axis. To determine the x-coordinate of the molecule's center of mass, let's redraw or resketch the base separately. So what you have is a equilateral triangle, like that. Hydrogen atoms at the corners, and the center is roughly there. So this blue line represents the x-axis, that one, and this is the center of that x-axis. So that is the positive side of the x-axis, and that is the negative side of the x-axis. The hydrogen atom is directly on top of that. So that is the y-axis, and the hydrogen atom is somewhere there. So let's calculate the x-coordinate of the center of mass. The equation is given by the mass of the hydrogen atom. Let's begin with this hydrogen atom. Its mass is m sub h, times the x-coordinate, which we know to be that distance, and that distance is just d. Now let's move on to this hydrogen atom. The mass is again m sub h. Its x-coordinate is that point. Because this is the origin, so its x-coordinate has got to be negative. So we need to find what this distance is. Note that this is an equilateral triangle. What that means is, if you calculate this angle, and that angle, and that angle, they must be the same. And each is 360 divided by 3, which is 120 degrees. So this angle right there is 120 degrees. That means this is 60 degrees, and that is 60 degrees as well, because this axis divides that triangle equally through the center. So since this distance is d, because we are told that the center of the triangle is at a distance d from each of the hydrogen atom, and this angle here is 60 degrees, 120 divided by 2, this length has got to be d cosine 60 degrees. And the x-coordinate is negative, as we have explained a few minutes ago, because that point is on the left-hand side of the origin. So there we go. mh times minus d cosine 60. Cosine 60 is half, so divide by 2. Now let's look at the third hydrogen atom. So its mass is mh, and its x-coordinate, which is also that distance, is the same as the x-coordinate of that atom. which we have now computed to be minus d over 2. And one last term is the term associated with the nitrogen atom. The nitrogen atom has an x-coordinate of 0 because it is exactly on the y-axis. So the last term, which would be of the form the mass of the nitrogen atom times its x-coordinate, is quite simply 0. And we divide this entire term by the sum of all the masses. So 3 hydrogen atom, the mass is 3 times the mass of each, the single hydrogen atom, plus the mass of the nitrogen atom. However, you can clearly see that this plus that term cancels and give you 0. So we conclude that the x-coordinate of the center of mass of this ammonia molecule is identically 0. Now let's look at the y-coordinate of the center of mass. Now you notice that all the hydrogen atoms have a y-coordinate of 0 because they are on this plane. So for these hydrogen atoms, you have terms like mH times 0 plus mH times 0 plus mH times 0. The nitrogen atom, however, is situated exactly in the y-axis, so the mass of the nitrogen atom times its y-coordinate, in this case, that distance. And we know that to be the hypotenuse L squared, that's the hypotenuse, minus that distance, d squared, square root. This is from the Pythagoras theorem. And you divide all that by the sum of the masses. So 3 hydrogen atoms, so 3 times the mass of single hydrogen atom plus the mass of the nitrogen atom. So the first 3 terms will go away, they are 0, and you get that. We don't know the individual masses, but we are given the ratio of the nitrogen mass to the hydrogen mass, and that is about 14. So let's divide up and down by the mass of hydrogen. So this term will become the mass of nitrogen over mass of hydrogen. This term will go away, becomes 1, and likewise this would be Mn over Mh. We know the ratio is 14 right there, so you can substitute that ratio with just 14, and likewise 14 here. Now we substitute the value of L. L is that number and D is that number inside here and calculate the y-coordinate. And if you do that, you get an answer of about 3.04 times 10 to the power minus 11 meter. So there we have it. The y-coordinate of the center of mass of this ammonia molecule is 3.04 times 10 to the power minus 11 meter. It's natural to ask what happens to the z-axis. So in this diagram we have sketched the z-axis. So you have one hydrogen atom here, one hydrogen atom there, and one hydrogen atom there. The z-coordinate of this hydrogen atom, as you can see, is 0 because it lies exactly on the x-axis. The z-coordinate of this hydrogen atom is positive that number. The z-coordinate of this hydrogen atom is negative of that number. But these two distances are the same, so that would make the z-coordinates of this atom and that atom to be equal in number but opposite in sign. As for the nitrogen atom, which is positioned on the y-axis, its z-coordinate is identically 0, and it's pretty evident that the z-coordinate is 0. So all this indicate that the z-coordinate of the center of mass of this ammonia molecule is identically 0. And that solves the problem. Thank you for watching.